G'day fanatics, Lenny here, and I'm socially distant from Jonny Lush, who's been in the fanatics for how long, Johnny?
About 2.5 years.
Welcome, Johnny.
Oh, it's good to be here, Lenny.
Johnny's just dropped by to borrow a mower because he's doing a rebuild. There's an ant walking across the lens, so if you see something fuzzy, there's an ant.
Hopefully it doesn't stay too long.
No, just dropping in for a visit.
It does that.
So yeah, Johnny's dropped past to borrow a mower, and that's no worries. So yeah, anyway, how long you been in the fanatics?
About 2.5 years, I think. Came on, I think, just a couple of months after it went to Australian Lawn Fanatics, just after it changed from Queensland Lawn Fanatics.
Yep.
Not to be confused with Global Lawn Fanatics.
Yeah, we probably won't do that again.
No.
It was funny.
At the time.
It was funny at the time, the 28 days to take the name back, to be able to change the name back is freaking some people out.
Yeah.
And people are easily freaked out these days.
They are. Well, there's a lot of things to be freaked out about.
Yeah. So you're interested in lawns? Where did that start?
Look, I've always liked a nicely manicured lawn.
Yeah. Who doesn't? You're weird if you don't.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's why we're fanatics.
Mm.
Look, I manage a college property in Toowong, and part of that is keeping a nice place for people to hang out, and our lawn tends to be the bit of a social hub.
Yep. Got my young fella being a goose in the background.
And yeah, so I started making it look nice. Got the ride on off it and put a cylinder mower on it about 3 years ago, and that made a massive difference. And
that was the old Victor.
Was
that a Victor?
A Victor Imp. That's exactly
Imperial.
Right. Imperial. Who that got passed on to one of the fanatics a few years ago. Yeah, and I think the more people use the lawn, the more I like keeping it nice. It's a challenge.
Yep.
It's good for my mental health, I think.
Yeah, it is.
I call the front lawn my mental health plan. And yeah, it really does me good headspace to just get out there. You can switch off and.
Oh, look, I've said it a million times. It's touching the ground.
It is.
It's being in contact with the earth and you know, doing stuff.
And I think too, just watching something thrive, knowing that you've
helped.
You've helped it and given it some love, and then watching people enjoy it. I absolutely get a kick out of seeing people out there and, you know, being outdoor space. You know, our community where we live's taken a hit with the whole corona thing, but there are still people sitting out there every day.
Well, it would do. Would you have students living in the college at the moment?
We've only got a few. So we've basically anybody who had no other option, they're still there. But
everyone else has gone home.
Yeah, they have.
So there's no classes?
Well, it's all gone online on Zoom. So it's not pre-recorded, so people can come in later. It's all just still live.
It's live.
So people have to Zoom in. But you know, being school holidays now, we're actually taking a break from that. So
yeah. Well, I know that my kids, while it's not technically been officially announced yet, there's a lot of emails coming from the schools with regards to what login details will be for online learning and the like.
Right.
And
it's
so we're trying
territory.
That's right. Yeah, we're trying to prep ourselves. It's not unprecedented. People say it's unprecedented, but it did happen back in 1918. When something like 30 million people died. So, you know, the pandemic has been around before. But
they didn't have to do online school in 1918.
No, I don't think they did any school.
Yeah. I mean, I know with conversations we've had with the kids' school, they're looking at how they basically maintain damage control. You know, deliver as much as the syllabus as they can. They're sort of aiming for if we can get 50% to 60% of the syllabus delivered, then we're doing well. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, for sure. I know my kids, well, I think I'm probably lucky with my kids because one's in her first year of high school and the young fella's in his last year of primary, so it's not anything mega serious for them yet. Like the pity of the kids who are in grade 12.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got one in year 11. So
why is it
every time you get the camera out?
Mate, I live in the quietest street in the world.
You do.
And there's bloody trucks and cars and all sorts of gear. But we've got the Wish.com microphones going on, so hopefully that's
working well.
Working for us. So, you've got Aussie Blue.
I do.
A variety of cooch.
Yes.
And Gibbo's got Aussie Blue.
He does.
He does.
Casey's got Aussie Blue.
Shallcross.
Shallcross.
Yep.
Loves his Aussie Blue.
He does.
Got a couple of mates with Aussie Blue. Justin, my mate, got Aussie Blue. It's a wonderful variety.
Yep.
Bounces back, treat it hard, treat it mean, keep it green, as they say.
Yeah. So same truck.
Same truck.
If he stops. So what are you currently mowing with?
A 20-inch Scotty.
20-inch Scotty.
Yep.
Twin rail.
Twin rail,
Twin
which
rail, yeah,
is just, that's why I'm here. It had a bit of a terminal crack the other day, which it's time to deal with. I've got a couple of 17s there, a solid and a twin rail. The 17 twin I've just had sandblasted and primed. I'm going to reinforce the rails this afternoon, I hope.
Yep.
Put some paint on that and see if we can get it mowing within the week.
Yep. Beautiful. So, mow master to the rescue.
Mow master to the rescue. It's like
not the new one. He's not taking the new one.
I did ask nicely, but I get it.
And I refused nicely too.
You did. It was very gracious of you to no. Look, even the one I'm borrowing, mate, is a massive step up. Yeah, the cut on that is amazing.
That is good. Yeah, it's a good bit of gear.
Mm.
How many renovations a year? You tend to scalp back a couple of times.
I go pretty hard in the beginning of season, usually around September, and with the onset of the growing season, usually good within about 2 to 3 weeks. Get full cover, and then depending on how the season's gone, what the health's like, the amount of rain I've had, I'll go usually another scalp in the later season. I did it about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I hadn't quite come off the back of my PGR, so it's taken a bit longer to bounce back, but yeah, it's coming good right now.
We've aerated up there a few times.
Yep, you have. Makes an amazing...
Haven't put the new aerator on it, have we?
Look forward to that next year.
We'll do that in September.
Yep.
Because it goes 2 inches deeper than the old one.
Yep. Yeah.
And we might also throw the scarifier over it. Just to rip it up.
Get some of that thatch out of there. And,
give it a good rip up for you.
I tell you, the difference that regular aeration has made to the soil profile is amazing. You know, when we're getting that sand and down into the soil profile, the drainage improves.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Amazing how...
The difference is chalk and cheese, isn't it?
And you've seen it, like if you take a sample of one of those plugs over the years, the improvement's been amazing. So, it's always worth it. So for those fanatics who are wondering whether it's a good idea to be aerating regularly, I am a big believer.
Advocate, It's... someone told me years ago that it's the best chemical-free thing you can do for your lawn, is aerate it.
Absolutely. I believe it.
And I'm not saying that because I do aerating, but it's the difference it makes to your lawn is unbelievable. You should do it once a year. If you're a full-on lunatic, you do it a couple of times. So what else? The missus,
working hard.
She's supportive of your lawn addiction.
Yeah, she is. She's pretty good. She understands that it's good for me. She's happy for me to do what needs to be done.
And you're not at the pub?
I'm not at the pub.
You wouldn't be at the pub anyway.
No, I'd be at the pub. I like a beer, but you know, it's, I think, way better spent time. I like that my kids love the lawn. It's a great place to meet socially. You know, even hard at this time, but we'll deal with that as things.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to have a backyard or front yard picnic, then it's always more fun to do it on a nice carpet of grass than dirt.
Absolutely, and I mean we're lucky too. Our backyard is 3/4 of an acre.
You got a lot of grass to look after.
Yeah, I do. I mow that with a Toro Zero Turn, which is great little machine.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, probably a little bit small for my block, but you know,
is what it is.
It's on a budget, and you do
get paid by the hour.
Yeah, well, that's
true. With a push mower then.
No, if only I had the time. You know, it's that's the trouble. I'd love to. Like, it's amazing watching the lawn. Just being so busy the beginning of this year, the less time you give it, the more it struggles. It does love to be loved. That's for sure.
Yeah. So do you do a bit of YouTube on the old lawns, like a lot of people do?
In terms of
watching?
Oh, yeah. Love Ben Sims' channel. He's a champion.
Cindy's a good guy.
Watch Ben, every video of Ben's. Love watching you and these segments you've got on YouTube. It's always informative.
I'll make it up as I go.
I know you do, but
yeah.
you know stuff, and
I'll make that up as I go too.
fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, but no, look, I think it's a great hobby.
It is, yeah, for sure.
And a hobby that's good for us. I've got a few hobbies like my fishing, but it's, what I've learnt about small engines, what I've learnt about lawn health, what I've learnt about this more mechanic stuff. I'm it's
do it yourself.
It is, yeah, and that's what I love about it. It's I've learning how to service mowers, learning how to sharpen, reels and all the things that need to be done. Maybe not sharpen them, but backlap them.
Maybe,
yeah, it's good.
Oh, that's good.
Save you some money too.
So what's your plans for your lawn going into winter?
Look, I've given it a little bit of a, just to come back following that scalp, given it a little bit of love. Some maintain. Which
is a controlled release granular.
Controlled release granular.
For those who don't know what maintain is, controlled release, not slow release, controlled release.
Yes, I'll be giving it some probably selective herbicide for the winter weeds.
Are you a pre-emergent kind of guy?
I am, yes. Yep. So Barricade is the one that I've been using.
The yellow one?
Orange or funny colour in it.
Yellow Barricade, Embargo's orange, I think.
No, Embargo's the one I'm using then.
Okay.
Yeah, Embargo's the one I'm using. So, yeah, look, I used it for the first time last winter against winter grass, which that's really my big winter weed.
Yep.
And I would say I probably had 25% less. I don't think it's
You're never going to get rid of all of them.
That's right.
Winter grass is a particularly feisty and resilient sort of crocodile.
They say the seeds last in the ground for 7 or 8 years or something. So, but there was definitely less.
Yeah. No, I think sometimes it's getting it down earlier than what you think you need, because that initial germination, if you get it down after that initial germination, they're going to come up.
Yep, that's right. And I know you've got to be careful. Just make sure that your grass is well established. You can't go using things like that on grass that's throwing roots. Roots. You've got to have those deep roots because it sits in that top part of the soil profile. Look, I really think that this summer I've seen way less weeds than usual, and I put that down to the embargo. So that was I had a lot of creeping oxalis. I've had a lot of creeping indigo in the past. This year, a lot less of those things.
That's good.
Yeah.
And
I mean, overall lawn health. Because it's the dominant species. It
alpha grass.
Absolutely, that's a classic cooch. So yeah, been really happy with it.
Dirty.
Yeah. So pre-emergent, and then just maintain it through winter.
Are you raising your height at all, or are you just going to stick to
definitely lift it.
18 mil, I think.
For now, probably 18 mil, probably go up to about as high as 22, 24, something like that. I'm not a super low cut guy, but yeah, definitely.
I don't even measure anymore.
With the sun,
I don't want to get involved in the. I cut it 4 mil, I cut it 6 mil. I don't care. Yep. I just wind my mower up or down until I like the look, and that's what I mow it.
Absolutely.
Because it's more about look than me than who's got the lowest cut. I don't care.
Yeah, and through winter it's good to have that extra blade length.
Catch more sun.
Particularly with your, probably a third of my front lawn there is in all-day shade, and so the cooch doesn't love that.
That big tree there.
Yeah, so it sort of gets behind a building, and so it's nice to have a little bit of extra length just to get more sun into it and a bit more photosynthesis, a bit more growth. But look, I found last year with the really healthy grass, I'd still have to mow it probably every 10 to 14 days through winter. It still grows enough. That's if you want to maintain that nice manicured look. Yep. But it definitely slows down.
We don't, southeast Queensland, it's a subtropical environment. We don't really see dormancy. It'll slow right down, but it'll still just trickle along. It doesn't go to sleep, which is lucky, I suppose, if you
love mowing.
If you love your mowing. If you're yeah, I can't say that there'd be too many fanatical people about their lawns who would like it to go dormant and have nothing happen for 2 months.
Absolutely.
You know, there's not too many. Oh yeah, great, I can do nothing for 2 months.
No.
Nah.
That's not my jam.
No, you want to still do stuff. So what I will get you to do is send us a couple of recent pics of your lawn.
Sure.
And I can put them in.
No worries.
And
I'll
show
put
people.
the mower over it today, and hopefully
Yeah.
it brings it up nice.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yeah, beauty. All right, so I think we've got everything covered.
Good to chat, Lenny.
Yeah, no, it's good to have you in the Fanatics, man. Yeah. If you haven't met Jonny, like he's one of the top 5 best blokes you'll ever meet. Like he's seriously a really cool guy, really lovely bloke. So yeah, mate, thanks for coming over. We'll do the old bloody social distancing thing.
Lucky we've got long legs.
That's right. It's yeah, always good to see you. Always good to catch up. So thanks, Fanatics, and that's chewing the thatch for April.
Nice.
Cheers.